So we'll continue on with our corporate video project, and we're going to add some motion graphics, or at least we're going to add some After Effects work over the top of our video here. You can see we've got someone that's helping us out here. Hello, you're going to help with our video editing, Suki Sparkles? I don't think so. Let's get into it. Jump back over to Premiere. I or someone has put together some After Effects overlays like an ident, the company logo, and lower third, etc., and some sort of text animations. So let's incorporate those into our timeline. And it's great, we can just bring After Effects work into our project, put it into our bin here, and drop it into the timeline. So I'm going to do that, and it's pre-prepared in our assets. I'm going to go File, Import, Command I, and we've got this AE folder here. And I am going to import that After Effects project. I'm going to hit Import. Sorry, we've got a little dialog box over here that I didn't see. And it's asking us which comps we want to bring into the Premiere project, and I'm going to start with just bringing in the ident. All right, and so that's brought in a single comp from an After Effects project. I wonder if we can open that up. Yeah, we can open that up in our window here to have a look at, so we can check it. So that's our ident. Now I'm just going to make a little bin, a new bin, and I'm going to call that AE so we can keep everything nice and organized. I'm going to pop that in there so that everything's in its place. Now with that After Effects project, it's just a bit of footage and it's treated just like video in our timeline. So there we go. I've dropped it straight in and we're kind of good to go. I'll just mute that again. Well, maybe we'll just play back. So there we've combined our After Effects work with our video. As easy as that. Now on the timeline, it is just like footage or audio in that we can trim it, shorten it. We could grab the razor tool, cut it in half if we wanted to, remove a bit, or then extend it. Just the same as we would do with a piece of video. All right, let's add something else there, or import something else. I'm going to go File, Import again to add another comp from that same project. File, Import. This time we'll add the lower third, and we'll go OK. And I'm going to drag that onto our timeline, and I'm going to pop it maybe there. All right, and this is like lower third refers to a graphic that's usually at the bottom half of the screen that kind of identifies a person or someone that's talking, or a character in the narrative or whatever's going on. And our lower third kind of looks like this. Talks about it's introducing the narrator, giving their name and their title. So that's good. Only thing is we've got a typo in that, or this person's incorrectly titled, so we need to make a change to that. So the good thing is that After Effects and Premiere kind of work together well, and I can right click on that clip and I can scroll down to Edit Original. So kind of like what we could do with a PSD in InDesign. I can edit original, and that has, on my other screen there, opened up a After Effects. I'll just have to resize it and bring it over to show you. Over here. Opened up this project. You can see there's the comps, and it's opened up that particular comp, which is good. Just have the speed graph editor on there. Let's hide a few of these things because we haven't got much room. So we can make a change in here, and instead of Site Manager, I'm going to give him the correct title. And all I need to do is save that and toggle back to our Premiere project, and you can see that that has been updated. So that's great. We can kind of seamlessly move between After Effects and InDesign. Another cool thing that we can do is we can, I'm going to import a, well, I'm going to go back over to After Effects, and I'll set up this, I think it's called Words, and it's just an animated bit of text that we're going to incorporate. It's going to be an overlay, and it's just some text that animates in and kind of animates out. And currently it's got the phrase hard working. But I want to create, I'm a After Effects artist putting together motion graphics, and I want to be able to hand something off to my editor who's using Premiere Pro, that they can edit within Premiere. So I'm setting up a little bit of a template in After Effects for use in Premiere down the track. And we do that with this thing called, and we're in After Effects here. It's going to bring up this window that is called Essential Graphics. And we've got already produced that there. It's Essential Graphics here. And just going to pause for a sec. So I'd already set this up here, so I'm just going to sort of backtrack a little bit and delete that out of that space there. Essential Graphics is a recordable graphic that we can send to our Creative Cloud. We can also export it as a file that we can import into After Effects as well. So let's set that up. We're going to go to solo our properties, and we're going to drag in the property that we want to change, or that we want to be editable when we send this comp over to or this essential graphic over to Premiere. And that's my text. I just want to make this text editable so that the editor could reuse this animation over and over. But with an essential graphic, you can include lots of different properties that could change. It could be, and you can decide on them. Maybe it's the font that you want to change, the animation, the size of the graphic, a whole range of stuff. I'm just going to drag in the text into my, oops, sorry, not the text. I want to drag in the source text. So that is actually what the text is, and at the moment it is the phrase hard working. That's all I want to do. I mean, I could drag in things like the animation itself, or like I could drag in scale if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Or rotation, so if I wanted the editor to be able to rotate that graphic later on, I can. I'm just going to leave it at the text itself, and I'm going to export that motion graphics as a template. Better save it. And it's opened up this little dialog, or this panel over here, that gives me a choice of destinations. Now I could save my essential graphic to a local drive. I'm going to save it to my library, and I'm going to click OK. So that will save it into my Creative Cloud. And then when I go back over to Premiere, I am going to find my Essential Graphic tab. Oh, sorry, my Libraries tab. And here it is. And I saved it to my libraries. Oops. Sorry, I do need the Essential Graphics tab. And I saved it to my libraries. And you can see there it is. And I'm going to drag that into my timeline. And you can see that currently it's got hard working applied to it. So I'll just play that through. So that seems to look like it might be useful in that spot. But then we get to this next phrase here. So maybe we could duplicate that, copy it, Command C, or duplicate it. I'm going to hold Option down and drag out a new version of that. And I can change that word there. So I double clicked on it. It opened up the graphic here in the Graphics tab. I'm going to change that to, I can't remember what the phrase was. What was the phrase? Care. Maybe we'll just say care. Oops, care, return. And it's changed the word to care. But you can see that it's still kept the animation properties. So I could duplicate that down the timeline, and each time in the graphics tab here, change the word to whatever's required. Maybe we'll call this one dedication. And so on. Oops. Maybe we'll just go with a part. There we go. So we've incorporated a couple of different comps from After Effects. We edited a comp, so we saw that we could seamlessly move between After Effects and Premiere. And we also set up an essential graphic, which is kind of like a template that we can send from After Effects into Premiere and then reuse it within Premiere. Next video will be about images. We've still got some sound to do, and we're going to tie up with an eventual rendered MP4.